Corpse Party, Book of Shadows is rated M for individuals 17 and up. For intense violence, blood and gore, sexual themes, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, we're at 15 minutes. I'm trying to think of if I want to, Oh great, the bathrooms. Yay. Think if I want... Oh, there's a corpse. I'm not gonna look at you. Oops. I also kind of want to look at him because I remember in the last game we got the bleached white skeletal remains here based on the build. Oh, that didn't raise it at all. Huh. Does looking at it raise it? Oh, it does. Huh. I want to mess around with this. You're supposed to do like different things to your screen and stuff if you get your darkening to a certain oh yeah, see. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna do with that. And I saved beforehand, so if this fucks things up then I can always change it. We're just gonna go one at a time just in case. So it just makes everything blood red. I wonder if it does anything if it gets higher. I'm afraid to go too high though, because it could end the game. The boys' room is completely boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to go in the boys' room anyways. It wasn't like that before. No matter how much I wandered, I just couldn't seem to figure out where Seiko had run off to. And I'd been teased from the shadows and frightened the whole time I was searching. I couldn't take much more. I skipped the last of that, sorry. When I came to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the 3rd floor of this school building. I began to doubt myself, to doubt the fated events that lay ahead, or whatever these horrific future memories were. It couldn't actually happen, right? I had no real reason to doubt the things I'd been envisioning, of course. But I kept telling myself it was all just paranoia. I'd experienced deja vu many times in my life. Ever since I was a little girl, it didn't have to mean anything. Someone once told me that deja vu was just the brain recognizing a similar situation from one's past and making a false connection, pulling the wrong file. Please, no more. Seiko! Seiko, please, don't leave me by myself. I'd basically lost all ability to reason, as if my mind had been taken over by some outside force. I broke down on the spot and began crying. What's that? A loud sound caught my attention. It sounded like someone kicking a wall. I shot up from the ground as if I were yanked, and as I rose, my brain began recognizing a similar situation from my past. A file was being pulled. No. Sounds like a struggle coming from inside the bathroom stall. It's exactly the same. There was an eerie stillness in the air within the girls' lavatory. It didn't feel like there was anyone else in here with me, but I sensed a slight movement on the 3rd stall door from the back, as if it were just closed. Sorry. My heart was racing. I was so nervous. It felt like all the blood in my body had begun flowing in reverse behind this door. Save her. Maybe we can actually save her. Wait. What? Whew. Seiko, where are you? I miss you. Just looking at the news sent a wave of dark feelings through my mind. The specter of death was right in front of me, baring its fangs. If I went too much longer without finding her... Ah! The same dull thud echoed again from behind me. Startled, I turned back toward the stall. No one was there, so what was I hearing? The wall. There's a breeze coming out from it. I stepped inside and began lightly knocking on the back wall in different spots. Ah, it's hollow. Looking closely, the wall did jut out, very slightly, right around that exact spot. Unconsciously, I pushed on it. And a small piece of paneling swung out into the space beyond, like a door. It was well hidden, at least, to say the least. Never once would I have guessed there was a hidden door behind this particular bathroom stall. It's really dark in here. The room was extremely narrow, making it feel larger than it was. You could fit maybe two tatami mats on the ground here, end to end. That doesn't tell me anything because I have no idea how big tatami mats are. A hole was cut into the floor in the back, outfitted with a ladder leading down into the main school building below. I peered down the hole but could see no sign of the floor, nor the end of the ladder. That thing could lead all the way to the ground level or even farther. Ah! Whether due to pressure differences or the breeze in the air, the secret door suddenly shut itself behind me. That must have been what I was hearing earlier. A wretched smell was wafting up from below, hardly a surprise given where I was. I didn't want to imagine what unspeakable things might await me at the bottom of this ladder. But if Seiko had gone this way, I shook off my misgivings and began descending. That's a funky sounding ladder. Chitter, shiver. I wondered if maybe this ladder ended in a garbage dump or something. I stopped in my tracks, seriously considering turning back. But I didn't want to miss something and have to do this again later, so I figured I might as well tough it out and see what I might find down at the bottom. I was waffling between my desire to be thorough and my instinct to turn back, but I kept climbing down all the way, holding my breath as much as I could. Sure is wet. If I'm not careful, I might ah! Ooh. Ah, ew. What? Again. Okay, I picked it up pretty quick. I'm really glad it's not a garbage dump. I seem to be in a cave-like room with muddy walls and shit. Looking up, I could see a very faint light coming from the hole I'd just climbed through, but the whole area was otherwise pitch black. There doesn't seem to be anything to find in here after all. I'm probably just wasting my time. While surveying my surroundings as best I could, I attempted to stand up, but it didn't go very well. Ugh. Ow, what the hell? My ankle was swollen pretty bad and felt like it was on fire. It was the same sprained ankle Seiko had tended earlier. I must have landed on it when I slipped from the ladder, aggravating it further. No, why is this happening? I made another attempt to get up, but this time onto my good ankle as I shifted my weight so the majority of it rested on that leg. Maybe I could walk. Ugh, ow! No such luck. I wasn't going anywhere. I was stuck in this dark, dank cave where no one would ever find me, with a ladder I couldn't use. My leg had begun going numb. The pain from my ankle was almost unbearable. No, I have to get out of here. I have to! Leaning on the wall for support, I attempted to stand once more, this time holding my sprained ankle in the air as best I could. I placed both hands on the ladder, but it was no use. I couldn't even make the first step. Mustering all my strength, I figured I'd give jumping a try, even if it was only with one leg. But as soon as the other came in contact with the rung on that wet, slippery ladder... Ugh. I could feel myself turning pale. I was well and truly stuck. This was no joke. I was frantic and tried climbing the ladder again and again, but just kept finding myself sprawled unceremoniously across the ground. I couldn't even say how many times I challenged those damned rungs. I even searched the walls nearby for another way out, but it was simply no use. Tears were welling up in my eyes uncontrollably. I'm so sorry, Seiko. I can't make it. I can't save you. And then all of a sudden I sensed a person in front of me. If you want to find your friend, you can't just give up. I'm impressed you made it this far. You've done well. Oh. What do you want? It was a little girl. She was just there, and she spoke to me in a very comforting voice. Then she hugged me tightly, as if trying to enshroud my head with her being. There. It'll be all right. I'll let you see her, if you like. Will you listen to what I have to say? It sounded funny. Sorry about that. I didn't care who. I didn't care if it was a person or a ghost. I just wanted somebody, anybody, to say Seiko. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Everything's going to be okay. Painful memories, you see, are the funniest of them all. Great. Naomi, you insensitive jerk. Or wait. Naomi, you insensitive jerk. No, I shouldn't say that about her. It was my fault. Naomi was just scared, and after what she went through, I don't blame her. She's always been so cheery and so kind. But I brought out all her pain, all her tears. And that's the one thing a friend should never do. A smile suits her face best of all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Naomi. I'm sorry for making you so sad. I feel so lost without you. It's the same for me, Seiko. Seiko, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I just want us to be together forever. Naomi. But when I'm with you, don't I make you mad? Don't I rub you the wrong way and make things unbearable for you? Of course you don't. That was just me being stubborn and pouty and behaving like a spoiled brat. Oh. Seiko approached me with arms outstretched. She wanted to hug me, and I immediately obliged without the slightest hesitation. This was Seiko, warm and alive, soft and smelling lovely as usual. I'll never let you go again. Mine either. You'd better not. I get a bad feeling about this. Really bad. There's a Japanese-style room over there with tatami mats and everything. We should go sit down and try to calm our nerves a little. Yeah, a break sounds nice. Let's go. Custodian's closet. This is one of those doors that wouldn't open, isn't it? Oh? Huh. I passed out earlier, I guess. When I came to, I was lying down in this room. I was someplace underground, I think, with no way out, and then I saw a little girl, was it? For the life of me, I just couldn't remember clearly. That's really odd. Maybe you have a guardian angel on your side. Or a ghost. Come on, don't say that. Well, remember that what that spirit told us when we first got here. He said not all ghosts are bad. Not all bad, huh? Seiko calmly opened the door and stepped into the custodian's closet. I couldn't hardly believe that this was the same person who got scared out of her mind at the first sight of a ghost only a few hours before. You seem a lot more fearless now than you were when we got here, Seiko. Or is it just me? As long as you're around, Naomi, I feel like I've got nothing at all to be scared of. That's all well and good, but just make sure you don't let your guard down, okay?